Rachel Priestley of the Prodigal Daughter charcuterie is using traditional Italian techniques to create cured meat products. Rachel is a trained chef who spent more than a decade living in Italy, where she learned about cured meat preparation.
I'm a chef by trade. I lived half my life away from New Zealand, lived in Italy and France, and when it was time to come back, I came back importing Italian ingredients and wines, and then I actually moved into starting to make cured meats because generally I missed them myself and I just wanted to eat them. And so I started making them for home and it turned into a business. New Zealand's such a young country and we didn't have that tradition like in Croatia, like in Italy, like in Eastern Europe, and so people didn't have the taste for it. And now they're getting the taste. Kiwis travel, so I think we're getting used to looking for that quality and recognising it. Until opening the deli cafe, I've mainly sold to chefs. Doing TK Market, I've had 2 hours of queues, people are loving it. Now they can come in, buy from me to take away, buy platters to take away, or come and sit down and have lunch. Well, I only came back 4 years ago and I thought that New Zealand would have changed a lot in the 15 or so years that I was away. And it hasn't in a lot of ways, but I think it's all happening right now with small food producers and artisan producers with cheese, with charcuterie. It's the right time. Hi, Jeremy. How are you?
Hello, Rachel. All right, how are you?
Good.
You got your legs this week. Where would you like them?
Thank you. Lovely. The hoop is on both of them.
Yes, they are.
They're
about 6.5 months old.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're looking pretty good.
I prefer free range. There are no 100% organic registered pig farmers in New Zealand, but there are a few small producers that do free range with mainly organic practices. That greatly affects the quality of the meat and the flavour of the prosciutto in the end.
Nice red color.
So I've sourced these long bush pigs and they're really good to use. Sometimes I go and feed them myself. They're only 20 minutes away from where I live. I started feeding this particular pig acorns. They've got good feed, they've got a good lifestyle, good pastures and really good flavour. I only buy female pigs. An Italian practice also is you don't cure with male pigs unless they've been castrated, which we don't do in New Zealand. But if it's a male pig, you can really smell the testosterone and it makes for too strong a flavour. So I want to smell the flavour of the actual pork rather than testosterone. It's really good pink pig and it's got a very good fat line, which is really important as well. Instead of going, oh, we need everything lean, the flavour is in the fat, so that'll cure really nicely. If I was curing something in Italy, we don't start with something under 120 kilos. Here, the abattoirs where pork goes to won't accept anything dead weight over 80 kilos. So I don't get the size prosciutto that I'm used to in Italy. They are smaller, but it also means that I can cure it in about a year instead of 15 months, 24 months. First, I trim up the edges, squeeze out the blood from a vein that's here, which can make it easily go rotten. Bury it in salt for between 5 days and 2 weeks, depending on the size. Wash that salt off, wine wash it, rub it with garlic, spice it, and then wait for about a year. I started to trial making prosciutto maybe 3 years ago, but it takes at least a year for me to trial making it, and it's taken a few months of trials to actually get it right. So I'm talking a period of 2 years before I had a product that I was happy enough with to offer to the market. So this is, in effect, the first season that I've been able to offer this year, really, to the public. Okay, see you in a year. Temperature and humidity, it's better here in the Wairarapa than Wellington was too humid for me. I look at around 70 to 80% humidity, around 12 to 14 degrees, and it does need to get over 20 degrees at some stage. I start making them, curing them in autumn and go to about September, October, then I stop because it's too hot. These prosciutto I've been practicing at home and my friends and family have been eating them and they've really been happy to be my guinea pigs and being tested on it. But now that I'm up and running in a commercial way, I do them all out of my commercial kitchen. The bresaola I source from Rannoch Meats, so they're local in Greytown. He is a small farmer, he has Red Devon only, takes care of them, has organic practices, is free range, but pretty much organic. First trimmed the eye of round, then salted it with organic salt, left it for a while, wine washed it, rubbed it with garlic, then rolled it in herbs and spices and pepper, and put it in a curing chamber for 6 weeks. Now it's ready to roll. This is the end process of the bresaola. This is 6 weeks later, after it's been in the curing chamber. It smells beautiful, it's nicely cured. Notice it's not really red, pinky, fluorescent because I use no nitrates, no preservatives, so it's the real thing. It doesn't have that chemical colour in it, and it's cured beautifully. So here we have the bresaola. That's the only beef product that I do. All the rest are pork. This is copper done in 2 ways, one with the string on and one off. So that is an aesthetic thing really more than anything. This is guanciale, which is pig's cheeks that I cure and then hot smoke. In the back there I've got the belly made with hot smoke that I actually sell as Prodigal Daughter lardo from the large blacks at Longbush because they're more fat than meat. And this is a hot smoked pancetta made with free-farmed New Zealand pork, this is a whole one, and this is where it's sliced and been hot smoked, and that's my prosciutto.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.